Yo, it's your boy Shane, aka Art Boy, aka Mega Man, aka Crypto Dragon. You already know what it is. It's about life podcast. It's where we talk about everything from crypto to health to mental health to fatherhood to relationships to money to taking care of yourself. Everything. We're talking about everything here, man. But today I want to dive into health since I've been going on these crazy bizarre fasts, man. I got off a 1.5 day fast a while, like 2 days ago, and I'm doing this every week. I'm trying to build up to inevitably a 30-day fast, and then hopefully I can try to eat half of my life for a couple years. I want to be able to eat only half of my lifespan. We'll see. So half of the year I'll eat, the other half I won't. Obviously, it won't be 6 months. I mean, I'll eat, 3 times a week, and then I'll eat 4 times a week the next week, which means 7 days I'll eat, 7 days I won't, something like that. I'm trying to do something crazy like that. I'm really trying to dive deep into fasting, man. I'm starting to love what this is, love what it does to me, how it makes me feel. It's great. I used to fast every Wednesday a couple years back, and I loved it. I was in some of the best shape of my life doing that. Fasting is incredible, man. It's very good for your mental health. It's good for your brain cognitively. It's good for everything, man. It's good for to build muscle. It's good to lose weight. It's good to revitalize and regenerate your entire body. Now over to your right over here in this video you see is David Sinclair. Now this man has cracked the code to the human time clock, which basically means he figured out how to actually measure our age and our body. See, we've been so hooked on the number on our birthday thinking that that's how old we are. That's not the case, man. Each of us take care of our body in a different way. Each of us do different things, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I might be 32, you might be 32, but let's say, for example, I took care of myself way better than you. That means I aged slower than you. So therefore, we are not the same age. We're only the same age by your calendar. Right? And this guy right here, David Sinclair, he cracked that code. He's trying to come up with a product where we can measure our lifespan or measure our age, our real age for $1, right? That's one of his goals. But in this video, he's talking about, as you see down here, what to eat, when to eat for longevity, right? And this previous thing right here, he talks about something called mTOR. Now, mTOR is something you get from high proteins. And it helps you build muscle. Let's say a red steak, for example, right? You eat that, and it actually helps you build muscle from the proteins, right? But unfortunately, like he says in this video, it's not a recipe for longevity. It doesn't help you last longer in life. You're gonna build those muscles, yeah, but you're gonna die earlier, basically, right? I would suggest you go and subscribe to his podcast and go watch his, and of course, subscribe to mine if you don't want to watch an hour-long thing. I'm going to show you little clips on things that interest me, right? He talks a little bit about fasting in this video as well, so I'm going to show you a couple little clips on that. And he also talks about things you can eat for longevity to make your body last longer. But in this first clip I'm going to show you, he talks about some of the benefits of fasting and why it's so good for you, right? So we'll show that in a second. And I'm going to do a lot more with health. So health is something that I really highly adore and love. It's been a passion of mine as well as crypto for a while. That's why I'm bringing it into the channel, right? Remember, it's about life. It's not crypto talk. This is about life. We're going to be talking about a lot of things. I'm hoping 5 days a week, each day I'll be talking about a different topic. For example, Monday, crypto day. Tuesday, health day. Friday, Wednesday, relationship day. Thursday, fatherhood. Then we could do Friday things for fun that we can do, or some type of entertainment or something. Who knows? Reactions to videos or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out, right? That's what I'm trying to do here. This is about life. I'm trying to do cool stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into this real quick. All right? Give me 1 second. Here we go. All right.
Some of them.
The Jains in India.
In India. They're probably the most well-studied group. And that there's scientific evidence that they have the most number of people over 70 in good health than any other religion.
Than any other group in India. Yeah.
Fair enough.
And a lot of people go, oh, well, the Jains are also vegetarian, but lots of people in India are vegetarian, and the Jains are even doing better than them.
Yes, and we'll get to the vegetarian diet and what the science says about that.
Yeah, we'll get into what to eat.
Diet. But there are other religions of Christians fast. There's Ramadan for Muslims. These are not just coincidences. These aren't just religious practices. It's clear that humanity has figured out that you feel better, you look better, you ultimately are disease resistant. You might even help cure diseases by going through these periods of being hungry, or at least
fast.
not having food in your tummy. Why? Because it activates these 3 longevity defenses that we just mentioned.
Now let's get into these really interesting, like, sort of gold standard studies. There is one out of the Baylor College of Medicine. It was run by Isa Mendikoglu. This was published just last year, and it showed that fasting from dawn to sunset for 4 weeks improved blood pressure, reduced BMI, decreased waist circumference, and this is the important part, I mean, it's all important, but it upregulated DNA repair proteins. This is what we saw in all these model organisms as well.
Yeah, there are dozens of studies showing that periods of fasting is beneficial to people who are obese, not just because they lose weight, but they turn on their body's defenses. They become more insulin sensitive and their glucose levels come down. Also showing that people of regular weight, like me, can benefit from fasting. There's a number of studies there, and these are all in the show notes if somebody wants to go and check them out. But what's really interesting is that certain diseases, type 1 diabetes, multiple sclerosis, even cancer, those diseases seem to also benefit from fasting, including when you combine chemotherapy with fasting. You get this double benefit for many types of cancers. And then the final point that I think is really interesting is you can mimic fasting, say metformin. A number of doctors prescribe metformin to patients with prostate cancer because more studies are showing that these mimicries, these molecules that mimic fasting or combinations of both, will help you beat cancer.
And to you,
Now you just heard all that, right? That's simply from fasting, man. Simply from fasting. And it ain't easy. I ain't gonna lie. It ain't easy to not eat stuff. It's not easy to stop eating, man. It's difficult. It's a very hard thing. But that's the point. The things that are the best for you are always hard. Just like the healthiest foods tend to taste a little funny in the beginning until your body adjusts and gets used to it, man. You got to go through the tough times in order to get to the golden times. It's just the way life has always been, man. You got to crawl before you walk. You got to walk before you run. It's always been that way. And even as adults, that's something we got to get into as well. But fasting is incredible. And this podcast talks about so many things. You heard him talk about cell regeneration, basically. Your cells actually regenerate. Now, from the research I've done, obviously these guys have 10 times more research and 10 times more information than me. They dedicated their lives to it. But from some of the research I read, if you fast for 15 days, your body starts to produce stem cells and starts to activate stem cells in your body, basically completely regenerating your entire body. So if you have a disease, an illness, something that's wrong with you, it's because your body is not fasting. You need to give your body the time to be hungry, man. You have to. It allows your body to heal, right? And that's all I really want to talk about, just some benefits of fasting today, right? That was it, just something real quick like that, just to get y'all motivated into fasting. I'm going to go more into it, but these health podcasts are going to be short ones. They're not going to be big, long ones until something actually comes up and I actually want to make it really long, right? But yes, fast, people. Do your research. Do your own research. And fast. Go subscribe to David Sinclair's podcast. Subscribe to me, man. I'm going to go into all types of stuff. Stuff I do for my hair. Stuff I do for everything, man. Stuff my girl's doing. My girl's doing phenomenal when it comes to her weight and her body. She feels freaking great. She feels better than she's felt when I think she was 18. And she's 25 now, you know? So, but yeah, that's just a little quick health podcast about life. I love y'all. Thank you. Subscribe, please. And I'll talk to you later. We out. Bye.